Hello, my friends. Welcome. I'm Elaine. This is my kitchen. And actually, before I get started, I may have mentioned before about my apron. Mrs. Binaural Eats got this apron for me, and I absolutely love it. The one thing I wasn't aware was that she actually created it for me, so she silk screened it. And I did not realize that. And I'm just so appreciative how thoughtful and just beautiful this gift is. So, just a shout out to Binaural Eats. Thank you both, Mr. and Mrs. Binaural Eats. So, absolutely love you guys. So, on the countertop, I have fruits and vegetables that I like for sushi. And that's what we're going to use for this video demonstration. But please know that you can use a variety of different ingredients that you may like for your sushi in your home. So we're going to start with the rice, and I have 2 cups of brown rice here that I've already prepared. It is cold. Typically, you're going to start with rice that is warm. When you add the mixture I'm going to share with you, I've already had the rice made. I usually will make more than what I need for a particular meal, so that way I can do something like sushi. But again, 2 cups of brown rice. And then what I'm going to add to it is going to be, and I'm going to start in a little kind of saucepan, is 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And I also need 2 teaspoons of it as well. I'm going to add or actually, this is 3/4 of a tablespoon of the dochutties sweetener, and also 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to grab my spoon here, get that sugar out. I'm going to stir that up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place that on the stovetop to get that to just a little bit of a boil. Okay, so that came to a boil fairly quickly, and not much liquid in there. I don't know if you can see that. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want it just in one area of the rice, I'm just going to lightly pour it over it. I'm going to do a little stir. I'm going to pour a little bit more. And if you are starting with rice that's a little bit warmer, actually I find when I make my rice and it's warm, it's fairly sticky. And so I haven't tried just doing it when it's super hot, just to see what that would, how that would fare in making sushi rolls that way. Okay, so I want to make sure that is stirred fairly well. And at the same time, because I do like my wasabi cold, I am going to make a little bit of wasabi. And this is actually wasabi powder. And it's not complete 100% wasabi. It's basically horseradish, some mustard, as well as wasabi. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a knife. I like wasabi. So I'm actually going to do 2 teaspoons. That. And then what I need is just a little bit of hot water. Okay. And then this as well, because I like my wasabi cold, I'm going to stop, put these in the refrigerator, and then we will come back and start on the veggies. Okay, so we're back. So there are other steps that if you are doing traditional sushi, even vegetable, where you basically kind of blanch your veggies in a sugar solution. I'm not really that excited about sugar, so I usually just go ahead and keep my veggies raw. I have already blanched my asparagus, but that was just in water. I then put it into an ice cube bath to let it stop cooking. I blanched it for about 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds, and then I did pat it dry. Typically, I'm going to use a longer carrot, but because the sushi ends up getting cut anyhow, um, I'm okay using the smaller carrots as I have here. I always just go ahead and peel them, even though they're already peeled, but that's just something I do. You can omit this step if you would like. You're then going to prepare the vegetables. You're going to cut everything in like 1/4 of an inch. So, and that's the other reason I do like paring the carrots, is that then I get like a more firm side. I'm using a slicer knife, and I'm just going to go in and slice that carrot. I'm then going to take it on its side, and hope you can see that. Just going to slice it again into little, basically like julienne strips. One of the things I like to do is to take the sushi wrapper, and I get an idea of how long that is. And so I'm going to cut that cucumber a little over where I think it is. Then I'm going to peel it. So the next fruit is an avocado. So I'm going to score it. I usually just take it around. You can actually just kind of take that knife and bonk that seed twist to get that out, but I just went ahead and used my spoon. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of lemon. And again, just a bit of lemon juice, and I'm going to let that just kind of get on my top there. Just make sure that gets nice and covered. Okay, so I have my fruits and veggies ready to go. I'm going to clear this up a little bit, and we're going to start rolling sushi. I'll be right back. Are you excited? Now we're ready to start rolling up our sushi. So I'm going to cut my sushi wrapper in half. So I have 2 of them here, and that looks about half. Let's see if that did it. With sushi, you want to make sure that your knife is extra sharp when you're trying to cut it. So I usually go through, like, in my kitchen, okay, which knife is my sharpest knife? Let's see if that did it. There we go. Let's see, did I go through that one? Okay. So once I get that done, I'm going to then switch places with my sushi roller. And I usually wrap saran wrap on it just to kind of protect it and keep it clean, as well as if I'm doing the rice on the outside, it does help the rice not get all stuck, onto the mat. This time I'm actually going to just be rolling it with my paper on the outside, and these are going to be smaller rolls where I'm putting just like 1 or 2 different items in it and rolling it up. But anyhow, you want to start with the rough side of your seaweed, and I'm going to hold that to the camera there to see if you can see that in the light. So the shiny side is going to be out, and it kind of looks a little shiny, but This side is a little rougher, so you can see that. I'm then going to take my rice, and as you can see, it's a little sticky. So that helps to make it a bit sticky, and heat does help for that. I'm going to try to smooth my rice out and over without putting too much onto my wrapper. I want it to be able to wrap, and these are going to be small ones. I can also do the rice on the outside of the wrap. So if you want to do that, that's also another way to do it. And I'm going to kind of smush that down. There we go. I need a little bit of rice right in that spot. I'm going to try to make that a bit flat. Okay. And we're going to add what you like on the inside. So I'm going to start with asparagus. I'm going to add some carrots. My son is like waiting in the wings. So he is like, do not put avocado on it. So for this one, we will let him have this one. Oh, that may be a little thick. We'll see. That mango looks a little thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that one off. And get a thinner piece of mango on there. What you can do is if you are wanting the larger ones, you don't have to cut the paper in half. You can leave it like the full size, and I think I can get in some cucumber in there. He really needs veggies, so I'm going to do that. My cucumber is a little long, so right now while I have the opportunity, just going to cut that off. If my asparagus was also sticking out a little bit, I would leave it, but because it is not, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and like use my wrap to roll this. I'm going to take it to this point here, and I can actually add my water before I start to roll it. I'm just going to put a little bit of water on that edge to help it seal itself. And I'm kind of pulling that back. I want that still tight. And I am going to make sure my saran wrap is not getting in the mix, and I'm going to roll that over like that. And I'm going to hold that on the seam for about a minute or so, just to make sure that sticks really nicely. And then we are going to need a great sharp knife and cutting through and getting that clean cut. And in the past, I've had a hot container, like a hot glass of water right next to me, and slice right through. It's been some time since I've made sushi, so I can't remember which knife is my better knife. I have my slicer here. I think it was that one, but we will see. Okay, let's take a look. See how that rolled up. Okay, so that one is not a very thick roll, and that's a-okay. I was a little worried about putting too much of the ingredients in there. And I'm just going to take that there, and now I'm going to slice it. So I'm going to determine what I think is about half for it. That knife seems like it doesn't want to go through, so we will try this one. There we go. I'm going to put them side by side, That was actually a pretty good, perfect half. And that's the thing. Once that knife gets dirty, you want a clean knife. And I'm gonna make these, normally I cut them into 8, but I'm just gonna make this a nice clean cut. So here's our sushi. These are a little small, but that's okay. Aren't they adorable? And my cuts are not the same size. You can definitely practice to get the same height that you want, but you get the premise of it. What do you think? Let's try another one. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna just kind of shake off the rice. And I'll leave the rice there. We'll do one with the rice on the outside of it. So I'm going to take the rice, and again, it's a bit sticky. I'm gonna put that down on my saran wrap. I'm gonna keep it in the area that my rice or my seaweed wrap will go. So now I'm just going to fill it with what I like. I have my asparagus here. I'm gonna get my carrots. Oh, and I have peanuts sitting here. I don't know if you've ever tried a peanut roll with avocado, but boy, is that yummy. Carrots there. Get in some mango. Here. And my son doesn't like avocado, but it's so good for you. I'm gonna throw some avocado in there. Okay. And same idea. We're gonna start with that. I'm gonna roll it over. And a little bit of that water. We're just gonna hold it here for a minute. For this, and I wasn't planning on wrapping it on the outside, but for this one, it would be great to actually have some toasted sesame seeds and sprinkle that down. First, get the rice on there and then roll it up. And then it gives you that nice bit of color as well as a little bit of a crunch and a bit more fiber just with the sesame seeds. We're going to unroll that. And here's our sushi roll. And with this one, I'm going to be a little gentle. I'm going to actually leave it on my saran wrap. I think that will help it from sticking to my board. So again, actually I'm just going to cut off that edge of cucumber. Take a little bite. I'm going to cut midway. I'm going to place these guys side by side. And then I'm going to cut into 4. So a great way to do that to make sure they're even is to, I usually cut in half. And then I cut those in half. So I'm not a sushi chef, but It's great to make your own sushi at home. Sorry, we had a little video malfunction, so I'm plating the other sushi roll, and the one I cut kind of smushed out, but at least this is a way that you can control what you're getting as part of your sushi. So I absolutely love that you can determine if you want to put sugar in it, although the sugar is what's going to help it get a little sticky. Or if you start with the brown rice, right when you have made the brown rice be hot and sticky just the way it is, you may try to make sushi that way without, again, adding that the additional ingredients to it. And that may work well. Or if you don't want salt in it, if you're avoiding salt, don't put the salt, but you can put the ingredients that you want and create your own sushi rolls. Again, I'm not a sushi chef, so their cuts are so perfect and everything is so pretty, but it is your own sushi at home. And like that, your sushi is complete. Isn't it great to know that you can make something like this in your own home and you can control what's going into it? If you don't want the sugar that they put on the veggies when they prepare it, because when you buy it in the supermarket or you buy it already prepared, they have to treat those vegetables to preserve them. What preserves? Salt, sugar. So they're going to use sugar to make sure that those veggies are looking nice and fresh. So when you pick that up, yum, it looks great, right? This is a way to control how much sugar you're getting. If you want to use sugar at all, definitely when the brown rice is cooking and right when it's done, it's really sticky. I haven't done it yet, but I bet you could make sushi right then and there with that rice as it's super sticky at that time. I would definitely either keep that rice inside of the wrap or use that plastic wrap to make sure it does not stick to your sushi roller. But what a wonderful way to, again, control what you are putting into your body. My son really likes the, not just the plain coconut aminos. We don't use soy sauce here. Every now and again, if if we go to a restaurant or something like that and it has soy sauce, okay. But here at home, we typically stick with the coconut aminos. He loves the garlic flavored one. So he's already come in and grabbed some of the sushi. So as I had to stop the video for certain times of him coming through, but I finally got a plate to share with you. So I hope you do enjoy this recipe. I hope this video was very interesting for you. Please do like, subscribe, and share. If you decide to make this at home, let me know what vegetables and fruits you use in yours. That would be a great read in the comments section. Also, I'm hoping to share additional new content. So if there's something that you'd like to know about or have me present for the vegan lifestyle, I'd be happy to take it into consideration. So again, leave me a comment for those as well. I'm looking forward to you joining me again. Until then, be happy, healthy, and safe. Bye for now.